90% junk silver for beginners. Let's get to the video. Hey guys, Patrioticstacker here, and I'm back with another video for you guys and girls today. I hope you all been enjoying your week. We're almost to the end. We're on Thursday. By the way, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I hope you all enjoy your Thanksgiving. Now, real quick, if you're not subscribed and you like videos about gold and silver, make sure you go down there and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and don't forget to comment down below. All that stuff really helps out the channel. And last but not least, let's talk about some beautiful 90% junk silver. Now, if any beginners are watching this video, this is the video you want to watch. I know a lot of the veterans, a lot of the subscribers to my channel that are longtime stackers pretty much know about all the stuff I'm about to cover in this video. Now, starting off, we are talking about 90% junk silver, 90%, or constitutional silver. There are many names. Some people swear by constitutional, some people swear by junk silver. There's a big debate on what we should be calling this stuff. I'm just old school. I've always called it junk or junk 90 or just plain old 90%. Constitutional is a nice name for it, but it's just long. You know, why would I go from a, four-letter word to a, constitutional? It's just a tongue twister. But anyways, I get what people are saying because this stuff is not junk silver anymore. It used to be cheap, but it's not cheap anymore. And I'll tell you the reasons why. But anyways, this right here are half dollars. Now, 90% junk silver, constitutional, is pre-1965 American coinage. This stuff was in circulation from the start of America in the late 1700s when America decided to make its own silver coins, all the way up until 1964. Now, after 1964, from 65 to 1970, we did make 40% half dollars, but we're not talking about 40% silver today. We are talking about 90% silver. And then shortly after, we had the half dollar, the $1. Let me correct myself, the $1 Ike dollar, which was also 40% up until I think 1970, 71, 72. I could be wrong. I'm not that good with 40% because it's just not my thing. But yeah, back in the day, American coins were silver. Not only silver, we also made some beautiful gold coins. I mean, that's when we had some good designers in our mints putting out awesome coins with beautiful designs, iconic designs. I mean, real quick, the classic Silver Eagle. Well, does it ring any bells? Look at the design. Now, this is an old half dollar here. This is actually before the Benjamin came in. This was the design before the Franklin half dollar. And that Walking Liberty design is what they put on the American Silver Eagle, the most famous bullion coin in the world. So that tells you a lot right there. Definitely some beautiful designers. I mean, some good stuff. But yeah, so this stuff right here, there's 4 denominations. We have the dime, so you have your Mercury dimes, you have your Roosevelt dimes, you have your Barber dimes, you have your Seated Liberty dimes. There's quite a bunch of them, but obviously, if you want to stack this stuff, the Roosevelt dimes and the Mercury dimes are going to be your cheapest bet. Seated Liberty dimes are much older and much rarer to find, so there are crazy premiums on that stuff. It's more for collecting, as well as the Barber. And soon the Mercury might be in that same category. But right now, if you want to buy dimes, Mercuries and Roosevelts are your best bet. Roosevelts, you're going to get more silver because they are newer. The Roosevelts were in circulation from, I believe, 1946 to 1964. So, you know, especially if you get into the 50s and 60s, you're going to get more silver in that coin because they're less worn down. Now we move on to the quarter. Now the quarter, obviously, you know, there's many designs. We have the Washington quarter, the Seat of Liberty quarter, the Standing Liberty quarter. But if you're looking to stack it and get it as cheap as you possibly can, Washington quarters are your best bet. Seat of Liberty quarters have gone up in price. Standing Liberty quarters have gone up in price and are getting very hard to find. And then not last but not least, we have half dollars. Now, half dollars are one of my favorites. I also enjoy dimes. Now, half dollars, we have a good variety, which we can still, you know, get a lot of that variety. We have the Walking Liberties. We have Ben Franklin half dollars, and we have the Kennedy half dollars. Now, all three of those are relatively easily to get a hold of and still stack at a pretty good price. If you want to go a little older, you can get Barber half dollars, but again, the Barbers are going to cost you more and have a lot less silver because most of them are pretty, you know, slick. They're pretty cold down, you know, worn out through the years. I mean, Barbers were in circulation from like 1892 till I believe 1916, so that'll tell you right there. I mean, even the newest Barber's over 100 years old. So, but we still have about three. We have three half dollars we can get. My favorite is the Walker, so the oldest out of the Franklins and the Kennedys, but definitely an iconic design. I mean, they put it on the Eagle. Awesome stuff. But yeah, I mean, by far the best fractional silver you can buy. I'm not a fractional silver guy. I don't really push it. I think it's really pricey. I think the smallest size you should get is a 1 ounce silver coin or bar. But I will swear by 90%. This stuff by far is great to stack. It's fun to stack. There's a lot of history there for all the history buffs out there. It's, you know, beautiful American history. When our money was actually sound and real and had some backing. The designs are beautiful. Not to mention the numismatic value. There's a lot of people that are able to find key dates in rolls, or will buy a big bag of dimes or quarters or half dollars and find key dates and can turn around and flip those coins and make quite a bit of money. There are people out there that search these coins for good designs, good mint marks, where they can make, you know, turn around and turn a profit. This stuff stacks well. I mean, it really adds weight pretty quickly. For example, half dollars when you buy them per the roll, by roll, you know, which is 10 phase. Every roll is 10 phase, which is $10. That's about 7.15 ounces. Now, give or take a little bit of, you know, if some of them are worn out, there might be a little less than that, but the average roll of half dollars as well as quarters. Quarters will also be 10 phase value. There'll be 40 quarters to a roll, 20 half dollars to a roll. You're going to get 7.15 ounces of silver. Now, dimes come in rolls of 5. Now, dimes is a roll of 5. $5 in dimes is going to be 3.575 ounces of silver. So a roll of halves and quarters is going to be 7.15 ounces, and a roll of dimes, silver dimes, is going to be 3.575 ounces. Oh, and I forgot to mention, but we also have another denomination, and that is the silver dollar. Now, I don't really classify the silver dollar into the mix of like typical fractional, you know, junk silver, because of the premiums on Morgans and peace dollars, and usually they're more of a collectible coin. A lot of people buy them in slabs. I mean, you can buy them loose and fill rolls of them, but you are going to spend a lot of money. There's even a higher premium on those because of, you know, the collectability of those coins. So I don't like to classify them as the, you know, the 90% pre-1965 junk silver, even though it is fractional, even though it is junk silver. It is 90%. It is pre-65. Everything checks off. It's just when it comes to stacking them, it's not the best way to buy fractional silver because of the crazy premium. Now, mind you, the premiums on 90%, your halves, your quarters, and your dimes are going up. The premiums are not as cheap as they used to be. I'd say an average ounce, which, matter of fact, let's mention that again here. I don't have no dimes or quarters in front of me. It's just halves. So we're just gonna do a little over an ounce, but $1.40 in 90%, if it's quarters, dimes, or half dollars, is an ounce of silver. So right here is $1.50. See, you know, I have 6 half dollars. So that's a little over an ounce. Like I said, I don't have no quarters or dimes in front of me right now, which I probably should have for this video, but I didn't. So that's an ounce of silver in 90%. So roughly for an ounce of silver, in 90%, it's going to cost you about, with the current prices of silver, it's going to cost you about anywhere from $26 to $31 an ounce. Now, I know that's a big spread, but I mean, there are a lot of dealers out there, and local coin shops to online dealers to guys like me and you, whoever's watching this video that, you know, are on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, any one of us that are in the metals groups that buy and sell. There's a big spread between the prices, but I would say the average cost per ounce on a good day, 26 to 27 an ounce, and if you're getting it for that, that's great. On a bad day right now, probably $31 an ounce, but I swear by it. I mean, it's worth it for me because, again, they don't make this stuff anymore. They stopped making this stuff in 1964. So, you know, it's almost 60 years ago. That, actually, next year, that will be exactly 60 years ago. So God knows how much is really out there. I mean, they've made tons of this stuff, but if you guys follow the history in the silver and gold community, in 1980, they melted tons of it. Tons of it. I mean, they were breaking Carson City Morgan dollars out of GSAs and melting them because what the refineries were paying for silver at the time, it was better than them selling it. So, I mean, they melted tons of this stuff. Not to mention, you know, years later, through the years, people making jewelry from half dollars and silver dollars and all that stuff. That definitely, you know, takes away from that, and all the people that bought in this stuff and that's holding on to it. I mean, they're not making any more of it. It's just going to get harder to get. It's become very popular in the last few years, and people love it. And by far the best fractional silver you can buy. It's very recognized across our country, not only our country, across the world. I mean, so I believe it's worth that. And when you think of it, the premiums aren't too bad for what it is. I mean, you're getting that numismatic value. You're getting that, you know, that vintage silver, right? You know, we love our angle hearts. We love our vintage silver, a lot of us in this community. So, you know, this is typical vintage silver. You're getting the history. You're getting that weight. I mean, it really stacks up. For example, I just ordered this 70 phase value from Liberty Coins. Shout out to Liberty Coins. Quick shipping, great customer service, great bullion dealer. They have a cool website, good inventory. And just this right here, 70 phase value in 90% is 50.5 ounces of silver. So it adds up. It really does add up. And it's just fun to stack. So again, you're getting that weight, you're getting that numismatic value, you're getting the chance to find a rarity, like a mint mark, a key date, you know, where you can pretty much, it would pay for itself if I find a key date in here. Maybe not so much for the Franklins, but like for Mercury dimes or Walkers, if there was a key date in here, I mean, that probably would have paid for itself. I mean, a 1916 D Mercury dime right now in average circulated conditions going for about $800 to $900, if not a little bit more. So, I mean, you're checking off all the boxes with this stuff. It's great and it's fun. I mean, I know a lot of people right now don't like the premiums on this stuff. I mean, listen, I'd rather it be cheaper too. I remember buying this stuff for practically spot price, maybe a little over. And it's changed. I mean, now we're paying $5, $6, $7 over spot for this stuff. But we're gonna look back and it's gonna be a bargain. I mean, 90% is great. And another good thing you're getting with this stuff, like today you see these bullion companies with security features like the Maple, the Britannia, right? Well, when it comes to 90%, you know, your regular circulated 90%, your Franklin's, Walkers, Mercury dimes, Roosevelt dimes, there's really no fakes out there. I mean, they come and they go, but mostly they're key dates. Like they'll fake a key date. You know, they're not going to fake really, you know, just a regular 1961 Franklin $50, right? There's no money into it. You know, what are they going to fake it? It probably costs them more for what they can sell it for, because the average price right now for a single $50 is about $9 to $10. On a bad day, $11. It's not worth it to them. So they're most likely going to fake a key date. So like a 1916D Mercury dime, or, you know, a 1916 Walker. You know, they're going to fake stuff like that rather than, you know, just your regular common date stuff. So it's really safe. It's easy to offload. Local coin shops, dealers always wanting to buy this stuff. Again, it's fun, it's cool, and it's my favorite silver to play with as well. But yeah, guys, you know, just a quick rundown. I hope this helps you guys. And real quick, let's pop these out and throw them in the guardhouse box. So once this is completed, I'll have 5 guardhouse boxes of $50. And each guardhouse box, if anyone is wondering, it's 280 face value per box. Yeah, I mean, there's 28 spots, and this completed is 280 face value. That comes out to about 200 ounces of silver. So again, it adds up quick. But yeah, let's pop these out. Quick shout out again to Liberty Coins. I'll have their link in the description. Not a bad place, man. They are great. They are one of those up and coming dealers that's been around for a long time, but just recently started getting, you know, recognized. Well, you know, which they should, because I mean, their customer service, everything's great about them. They're awesome. But yeah, let's pop these out, put them in here. All right, guys, I got all the 7 tubes unpacked, put them in the new tubes, put them in the guardhouse box, and I was just putting the last bunch in the last tube, and just, you know, organizing them by date and stuff. It's my OCD. I gotta, like, organize them. But got a good variety. So I have from 1948 all the way to 1963. So that's exactly when the Franklins were made, 48 to 63. Got a bunch of them, but I wasn't getting that key date, right? I wasn't finding that 1955. The 56 is also pretty hard to find, not as rare as the 55. But I was getting down to the last few, and speaking of key date, I mean, there we go. I got a 1955, and right behind that is a pretty damn good shape 1956. Now, these two right here, this 56 is not really considered a key date, but the 55 is. But the 56 has a relatively low mintage, and is a little more expensive than the rest of them, besides the 55. So in the red book, and I know we can't really go by the red book, but it gives you an idea, right? The 2024 red book is claiming that the average Benji $50 is about $13, which is, I mean, that's like at max prices. In reality, let's say in between $8 and $10, right? Which is what would it cost you to get one, you know? So the 56 is showing like, I think like 14. Yeah, not bad. But this is the winner right here, a 1955. Not like a key date like your 16D Mercury, or, you know, your typical, very rare key dates. But for the Benjamin Franklin section, the 55 is the key date. And right now in this shape, for the right person, I could sell this for 25 bucks. So I doubled my money just on this right here. And I mean, that's just the beauty of this stuff. That's the beauty of 90%, that constitutional silver. It's the hunt, it's the numismatic value, it's the weight. I mean, you're checking off all the boxes when you stack this stuff. I mean, we're gonna look back and we're gonna be wishing that we bought 90% at 20x. I know that seems like a lot, but hey, we're gonna say, wow, that was a bargain. Why the hell did we pass that up? So yeah, I mean, it's great stuff. You're going to be paying a little bit more than your average 1 ounce generic round or your silver bar, but you're paying for the history. You're paying for that, you know, that 90% being that it's well known. You're paying for that, you know, that find. I mean, right there, that pays for itself. Obviously, it didn't pay for everything that I bought, but hey, that got me another $50 for this price of one, right? So yeah, keep stacking, guys, and let's actually throw these last bunch in here, and we're good to go. Oh, and real quick, I was able to out of the 7, this one right here is a whole tube of 52s, and this one right here is a whole tube of 63s. I have more 63s in here and more 52s in one of them too. But yeah, filled up a tube of 52s and 63s, so that's always awesome. But yeah, guys, only 12 more rolls to go. We're over the halfway mark. And oh, actually, we are. Well, yeah, no, we're over the halfway mark, and we'll be finished with this hopefully before Christmas. All right, guys. Hope you all have a good Thanksgiving, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.